Hi everyone, and welcome back. So tonight I wanted to talk about the changes that Delta announced today. And those changes are effectively removing or putting on gauze from the bandage that they so quickly removed a couple of weeks ago. And they've been teasing these upcoming changes to the changes that they announced a number of weeks ago. Biggest thing right off the bat is they're lowering the threshold for the medallion qualifying dollars. The new thresholds will be for silver, 5,000 medallion qualifying dollars. For gold, it will be 10,000. Platinum, for it will be 15, and diamond will be 28,000 medallion qualifying dollars. They've also announced a number of ways to keep your current status for those who are in the Million Miler Club, to gain lifetime status at gold, platinum, diamond, and 360 levels, and changes to the lounges. On the MQD front, going back to that real quick, you can still do, it will still require about $28,000 in Delta specific spend to match your medallion qualifying dollars. That would be Delta flights, Delta hotel bookings through the Delta portal, and Delta vacations. That's still a lot of money. To supplement that, if you have the co-branded cards, either the Delta Platinum or Delta Business Platinum or the Delta Reserve or Delta Business Reserve, those will still allow you to spend 2 MQD, but it will be $20 for the Platinum cards. $20 will convert to 1 MQD with the Platinum cards, and $10 will convert to 1 MQD on the Reserve and Business Reserve. This effectively makes the Platinum card useless. $20 a pop for 1 MQD is insane. If you wanted to spend your way to status, now at 5,000 MQDs, you have to spend $50,000 on that card. Or, I'm sorry, no, you have to spend $100,000 on that card. Convert your Platinum card to a Reserve card. You're going to lose some categories. You're going to lose hotels, which that's going to suck. And you're going to lose dining, but it was 2 points anyway. I think you can get 4 points for dining with Delta Dining. I have to go back and look at that, or Editor Matt will put it on the screen how wrong I am. But you're still going to have to spend $20 US to get 1 medallion qualifying dollar. I don't care how you math. That math doesn't work. For the Reserve card, it's a little bit easier, but to get to 5,000 MQDs, if you just wanted to do credit card spend alone, that's $50,000. That's a lot. And it just goes up proportionally with every level of status going forward. So I don't think that's worth it. But that's just me. Moving on to Sky Club. They've made several changes there. You can now get 10 day passes on the American Express Platinum, 10 day passes with the American Express Business Platinum, 15 passes with the Delta Reserve and Delta Business Reserve. I believe you can stack them, so if you have multiples of those 4 cards, you can put them together. So if you have Amex Platinum and Delta Reserve, that's 25 stays, 25 passes. That should be plenty. I don't know how much you're traveling to need more than that, but what they also did was made it so that each trip into a Sky Club as part of a journey would count as 1 pass before. They've now made that all 1 pass, so that's good. They've also announced that once you've used your passes, exceeded your passes, you can still access the Sky Club at $50 a shot, or you can buy Sky Club Access, member access, for $695, and I believe that will be pegged going forward to whatever annual fee increase goes with the Delta Platinum. It just makes sense that they would raise the price according to whatever annual fee may get changed, because capitalism. Anyway, in addition to those changes, they are allowing you to roll over your medallion qualifying miles, which are being discontinued. Those can be rolled over in such a way to extend whatever status you have for an additional year. So it's a good way to burn those without having to convert those to MQDs. If I remember correctly, when they first announced the changes that they did, to MQD conversions were pretty bad, and there's no update on that. If you have a bunch of MQMs piled up, extend your status. Whatever status you have, extend it. That's probably going to be the best use of those MQMs before they get retired. There's also the changes to lifetime status. So if you have 1,000,000 miles lifetime with Delta, you'll get lifetime gold. And if you have, I know the next one is, I believe, 3 million for medallion, for diamond medallion, 4 million for diamond, 5 million will get you Delta 360 life. I believe that would be lifetime 360, which is Delta's invite only. And the benefits on that are insane. I'll let someone like Chad's Money Minutes talk about those. He will be way more qualified than I would. I'll link his channel in my description for this video. And speaking of Chad, he went live tonight announcing those changes because he is a Delta loyal, Delta status holder, and he got the email from Delta explaining these changes, and he mentioned them on a live. I asked him that how long before Delta goes back to the changes that they initially announced, and that is going to be the $1,000,000 question, because Delta ripped the Band-Aid off, as Ed Bastian said a couple of weeks ago when he first apologized for the uproar that came out. And he said that there would be changes, they would announce them in the next couple of weeks, and these are those changes. But since we already know where Delta's going, how much do you trust them to stick to their word now? I can believe the passes in the lounge, because those are at least going to get backed up by $50 fees or a membership fee of $695. I can believe the lifetime status thing mentions. I can believe the MQM language, but I don't believe that the MQD numbers are going to stay where they are going forward. I think they're going to try and increase those back to where they were, or even further going forward as quickly as they can get past this backlash. And I think they're going to try and limit the number of passes back to the original numbers or lower if overcrowding at Sky Club still remains an issue, or they'll jack up the price on the membership, or they'll increase your allotment number, maybe go from 50 to 75. Personally, I think if you're an Amex Platinum holder, unless you absolutely need to use the Delta Sky Lounge, look at the other lounges, man. But that's just me. Did want to kind of chime in here and give some thoughts as these changes were announced tonight. And yeah, just kind of go from there. When a company tells you where they're going, believe them. And I wouldn't be surprised if they try and get back to those numbers, those places that they announced, sooner rather than later. So maybe year 2026 or 2027, they'll try and get back to the MQD numbers and just kind of go from there. But when they tell you where they're going, believe them. And this is gauze on a self-inflicted wound that they probably could have handled better. If they had announced these first, they'd be in a better place. But that's it for me. Like, share, subscribe, and enjoy the rest of your day. Talk to you soon.